DIY is easy and fun with the right equipment from builders. Join me on another fun step-by-step project. Hello, Tanya.
Greetings.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Very good, and you?
Great, great, great. I heard we're doing some gardening today.
We are indeed. We're going to be showing you how to sow seeds. It's autumn. It's a great time to sow seeds.
Okay.
And if you do it the right way, you kind of guaranteed success. You're going to need a tray like this, and it's a large seedling tray. You see, it's got no cavities in it.
Yeah.
And it just makes life much easier. And most importantly, it needs some holes for drainage.
Okay.
Cool. And then we've got this stuff over here. Now, this is seedling mix. And seedling mix is basically a type of soil. It's a bark-based soil. So, and it's very, very fine because we don't want big particles. I want you to take the seedling mix and just throw it into there.
Great.
And we want to fill it up quite a bit, okay? That's one. Before we do anything else, let me move this guy out the way. We've got some vermiculite. This is not a must, but, you know, it makes life much easier, especially for working folks. Okay. Because, you know, a lot of us, we start in the morning, come home late at night, and if it's been a really hot day,
yes,
and we haven't been able to water these guys, they'll be dead. They'll be goners.
Okay, yeah.
So the vermiculite, this is a volcanic product. One of these little guys, one of these little granules swells to 10 times its size.
Are you kidding?
It absorbs moisture and it just goes
wow,
bigger and fatter. So when the plants need moisture, they just suck it out from there. You're going to take 1 or 2 handfuls and just sprinkle that like that.
Okay.
Okay. And then I want you just to mix it in, just a little bit, like, there we go, just give it a little mix. Now, this little piece of plank, very technical piece of gardening equipment, and I just want you to firm down the seedling mix. And the reason why we're doing that is to take away any dongas and crevices.
Okay.
We've got some beans. I want you to try the radish,
okay.
And the reason why I want to show you that is because of how small some of the seed is. What happens is when you're sowing seed, you've got to try and get it as evenly as possible here. Because this is the interim. From here, once they've germinated, we then take them and plant them into the garden. And I want you to try and sprinkle it as evenly as possible. Okay, you're not doing too bad.
Okay, but it's still a bit...
You see, it's a little bit clustered.
Yeah.
Because then what happens, if all of these germinate, you're going to have like 4 or 5 of the little radish coming up all in one place.
All right.
Okay.
But I guess you've got some trick.
I have. This is part of the show.
Oh, now we're going to go bake.
This is the cooking show. So you're going to just take some ordinary flour.
I'm feeling rather hungry.
Okay, you can't eat this. You're just going to mix any amount of flour. Just put some flour into a little bucky like we've got here.
Yes.
Take the rest of that seed and throw it into here. Okay, immediately you can actually see the seed.
You can see it.
See how difficult it is?
Yeah.
You can actually see where they are here. Okay, so we just do that and then just give it a bit of a mix.
Okay.
And then it makes life way easier when you are sowing. Because number one, you can actually see where it is.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, now
You can see
right
it.
there.
And you know that, well, gosh, did I forget to go there? Okay, so then away we go. Now, this is the part where we take the colander. So then we're going to take a bit of the seedling mix.
Okay.
And we're just going to throw it in here. Because this is the part where you're now going to cover the seed.
I see. So you're not actually pressing them into the soil?
No, because what happens is if you press it too hard, it almost gets too compacted.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take this little guy and you're just going to kind of sprinkle it over here. And that's going to cover the seed. Because remember, the rule is you only want to cover the seed with a few millimeters of soil. Don't be too nervous if you kind of haven't covered it enough.
Okay.
Because the vermiculite, the soil, as you water them, as our first watering, you actually push the little seeds just into the soil a little bit. And as long as that little radical can, which is the root,
yes,
can kind of just get into the soil, Bob's your uncle, you're good to go. Now we're going to put that there. Now because of you're going to be growing, like you're going to be sowing many different types of veggies, you want to remember what you're doing.
Of course.
So you're going to just get a little plant tag like this, which you can get from builders, soft HB pen, and you're going to write on here what you just...
We did radish.
You did radish. So write on there radish. Good.
Radish.
And then we're just going to take them and pop them in here. And then all we need to do is give it a good watering.
All right.
So you take that.
And then we end up with...
And look at that. 10 days. 10 days. This is what they're going to look like. Little germinating
I can't believe
guys.
it.
I mean, this is what we call the 2-leaf stage. You pull, I mean, look at that little Lulu. Look at it. It's like all ready to go. From now, you're going to take it, plant it into the garden, into your veggie patch, or into pots, and you got some little flat leaf parsley.
Remember, follow all the steps on our website, expressoshow.com. It will be there so you can grow your own microgreens, like Tanya said. I'm going to go water these.
Off you go.
Well, there you go. Some very useful tips for you to do some gardening during the winter. I didn't think gardening was a winter kind of thing.
It's an all-year-round kind of thing. You need to take care of it.
Yeah, but courtesy of our friends at Builders Warehouse, you could win yourself a 250 Rand voucher, and you can do that by simply SMSing the keyword DIY, including your name and city, to 33728. Maybe, who knows, you could get yourself like some little gardening tools, you know, start gardening at home, stuff like that.
You can tell he really is a gardener.
He's in there. That's why he's wearing green
Some of
today.
those
That's why we all are.
Yeah, got my green fingers on.
But you know what? We send Graham throughout the country, and at this particular occasion, we sent him to Johannesburg, to the GlaxoSmithKline offices, where he walked in and he experienced something that was quite interesting to him, a little bit shocking, but take a look at this.